Last week, I was talking to a parent who shared a very simple but powerful story. Her 11-year-old son asked if he could walk to a stationery shop nearby, just a 5-minute walk from their house. And as usual, her instant reaction was, "No, it's not safe. The road is full of traffic. I'll go and get it for you, or I'll order it on Swiggy or Zepto or something like that." Immediately, her son's face fell down and he asked her in a very slow tone, saying, "I know, mom, that I have to cross the road. I'll be careful. Why can't you trust me for just for this time?" She paused immediately. Her internal instincts are asking her to protect him from every possible danger that's going to happen on the road. But on the other side was his genuine need to prove his independence. She took her own time to arrive at the decision, and she decided to let him go. But with one condition, saying that the watchman will be walking 15 steps behind him to ensure that he's safe. And you know what? He came back beaming with pride. Not because he bought a pencil, but because he felt he's trusted. He felt he's capable, he's independent, he's growing up into a fine young man. That moment made my friend realize something. Sometimes our children aren't asking us for permission, they are asking purely for our trust. So, that is the heart of the today's episode, my dear friends. Welcome back to Simplified Parenting with Emotionally Healthy Child podcast show. And I'm Suhasini from Momish Raw Musings. Let me ask you this. Has your child ever asked you for something that made you pause and think, is it safe to say yes? Maybe a 13-year-old wanted to cycle to the park with his friends, or your teen wants to attend a late night school program. What will be your first reaction? "No, it's not safe. I'll drop you and pick you up." We do this out of pure love, out of protection, the need for protection. But here is a question I want to explore with you all today. Are we overprotecting our children, or are we nurturing their freedom and independence? So let's start with the protection. Mom I coached recently told me that her 15-year-old wanted to take metro with his friends for the first time. She immediately said no. Her reason? What if something goes wrong? What if you get lost? That is protection. Or you can even put it as overprotection. It comes from deep love. We want to keep them safe. Her 15-year-old boy already has his cell phone, so she can very well track him on his cell phone, right? After a certain period of time, during one of the conversations, her own son told that my mom will never trust me. She doesn't trust me to travel alone. She doesn't trust me to handle anything on my own in front of her relatives. That really hit her hard. And then she realized that instead of just protecting, she's overprotecting her child. So, my dear friends, too much protection can make our children doubt themselves. They lose their self confidence. They may start even believing that they're not capable of handling this world. We have all done this to a certain point at some point or other, isn't it? Maybe you have written your part of a child's project so that they won't feel embarrassed in the class. Or maybe you have spoken on behalf of your shy teen at a parent teacher meeting. Or maybe you have spoken and with his friends to come out of the tiff which friends had. It feels like support. But in reality, we are robbing them the chance to learn and grow from their own mistakes. Now let's flip it to the nurturing parenting mindset. Another parent shared how her 10-year-old insisted on making his own breakfast. She was nervous. What if he cuts himself? What if he burns something? What if he burns his hand? But she decided to stand by, supervise, and let him try. Sure enough, the toast came out burned on day one. But he laughed, tried again, and eventually made a perfect sandwich. That's nurturing. It's not about removing risk completely. It's about guiding while you are allowing space for mistakes. Or take the example of a teen preparing for an elocution competition in the school. As parents, we are tempted to correct their every small mistake, rehearse with them 100 times, make it flawless, make it super perfect. But nurturing means I trust you. Go, do your homework, do your research, come up with your own material for the elocution. All the best. I'll cheer you no matter what the result is. What's the result? The child learns responsibility, builds confidence, builds resilience. Don't you all agree? So, we have to choose between overprotecting, protecting, and nurturing. It's all about the fine balance that we as parents have to navigate through. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself when you are in doubt. Am I saying no because of my fear or because my child is not genuinely ready? If I step back here, what will my child learn from this experience? Is this about today's safety or about preparing them for tomorrow's life? For example, instead of banning your teen from going out with friends, maybe you set boundaries saying, be back by 7, keep your phone on, share your location, something like that. That's in fact protection and nurturing. But whereas the overprotecting parents will not allow their teen to go out with their friends. Instead of doing the science project for your child on your own, you guide them how to research by letting them take the ownership. You can even use AI tools, teach them how to use AI tools to do the research. Small steps like these build trust on both sides, and in fact, the child will start then coming to you with all his problems. So, here is the key takeaway from today's episode, my dear friends. Protection keeps our kids safe today, but they'll become incapable of handling the problems that life throws at them in future. Nurturing helps them grow strong for tomorrow. This week, let us try this small exercise. Pick one area where you usually jump to protect your child in, and step back just a little. Maybe it's letting them handle their own pocket money, or maybe it's just letting them pack their own school bag or lunchbox. Maybe it's letting them talk to the doctor directly about their health issue instead of you explaining everything. Try it out and do let me know your comments. Watch how your child rises to that occasion and watch how much proud they feel about themselves after handling that situation. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode speaks to you and touches your heart, please share it with your friends and family members who are also on this parenting journey. And I love to hear your thoughts. Are you more of a protecting parent or a nurturing one? If you need more tips to become a nurturing parent, you can refer to the blog wherein I have a long form of blog just reiterating all these tips and giving you much more interesting and easy to apply tips so that it can simplify your parenting journey. Take care. Bye bye. Keep smiling.